So here's me minding my own business, fighting the Japanese back and forth, over and over again. I'm thinking, damn, these Japanese are so strong. I've never thought a Japanese as strong as this. I'm impressed with the AI. And then I zoom back and I'm like, oh dear. Hey, I am FeedBackGaming, and this is the strategy game known as Hearts of Iron 4. In my last video, I played as New Zealand, and it was very combat-orientated, and you guys seem to like that. So let's do another combat-orientated one. Less about the build, more about me doing combat things. If you've noticed, I am very close to 100,000 subscribers. Do me the great honor of pushing me over the edge. Give me a subscribe, give me a bell, and tell me in the comments that you did it. I love you. Today's game is going to be Turkey. I would say the most powerful non-aligned nation in Hearts of Iron 4. Let's see what magic we can do. How about we roleplay this as non-aligned? The rule for this game is we are not allowed to declare war. We are going to be a interventionist Turkey. What does that mean? You're gonna find out. But first, trivia time. Who was the last Sultan of the Ottoman Empire? Who was the last Sultan of the Ottoman Empire? If you know, comment below. First of all, close air support, guns, convoys, national focus. We're not going to select one. For anyone who doesn't know, it's because you get 2 political power per day if you don't select a national focus. And we need PP. Factories, military factories, here and here. You'll find out why soon. Research, we're going to go for machine tools. We're going to go for construction and interwar artillery. Production, factory output, construction, soft attack. Delete all but one for a change, right? That's new. And now we wait. Oh, you can also merge a navy up as well if you want to. This isn't going to be a navy game. If you want a navy game, click on the eye in the top right. You might like that video. Or that video. Or this one, maybe. I don't know. As you can see, I'm getting 2.07 political power per day because we're not selected a national focus, which deducts 1 political power per day. 150 political power. We're going to go with this boy. Gonna start working down our focus tree now. We're going to go for industrial effort. Going to go for dispersed industry. We're also going to rush improved artillery. All right, we need 10% support before we can proceed. I'd like to get involved in Spain. I'm going to be a bit limited because that's fired really early. Next up, construction effort. Going to go for superior firepower. There we go. Repair. Then we're going to go for expand civil support and also do the raids. There we go. And that pushes our stability just below 50. Delete that 1 division. Our 1 military factory is just finished, just on time. Going to sit on a national focus and not collect it so we can get enough political power. Now we ignite. Boom. Okay, first thing we need to do is create a new division template with 1 battalion of infantry. We spam at least, I'd say 6 of those, and then we need to train. In the meantime, we can work down our focus tree, so we're going to go for army effort to get boosts for artillery down the left side. Before we can deploy these divisions, we need them to be at least 20% trained. So there you go, 20%, boom, another one in the east, another one in the northeast, and why not another one in the center, and then another one in the center. There we go. Select all those divisions, assign them to a general. We have to wait a day because there's a weird bug that if you right click and you move them immediately, they cancel their orders. So now they'll go. There we go. Give them all orders where you want them to go. Now this is going to be the quickest flip of ideology ever. There we go. Beautiful. All right, now we need to spam out at least 60 of these. 94. Why not? 94 divisions. So here's the exploit, boys. You need to have a large pool of divisions, no matter what size, in this case, very small, at your fingertips to be able to send volunteers in mass, in this case, to Spain. We're probably going to be able to send at least 4. So I'll select 4 divisions, pop them here, convert them to more of an ideal template. We'll change you to something else just so we can recognize who is who. Have the pawn, and you can be the elite division with some support artillery. Nice. Also, we're going to start building in Istanbul because it has better infrastructure. The minute these divisions are pumped out and converted, move them here and exercise them. We also need a new field marshal too. Oh, he's pretty good. Entrenchment's nice. So this is the way it works. You need a minimum of 30 divisions deployed in your nation to send volunteers. There are 2 factors how many volunteers you can send. The overall size of your army, based on divisions, not manpower battalions, divisions, and the amount of land owned by the nation you're sending the volunteers to. You should be at least be able to send 5 volunteers. Army effort's done. We're going to go for equipment effort now. We deploy all those divisions. Boom. We'll stick them in Istanbul. There we go. 4 divisions. Send volunteers, and we can send 5. Oh, nice. So select one more, pop him here, and just get those boys exercised. Now, I don't want to wait too long, but I want these guys to be at least trained to level 2 before I send them off. All right, these guys are sufficient right now. Let's send them. Volunteers, 5 of them. Air volunteers, go. We'll also send them equipment as well. We'll send them 50 a month. Get into position and start holding the front. We're also going to work on more equipment effort to boost our artillery. More soft attack early game is going to go a long way. We're also going to send our planes over as well. Right, we need radio now. So we need electronic mechanical engineering. Going to add on an extra battalion of artillery. Pop on an extra factory. For the most part, I don't think we're going to win these battles. But we'll gain a little bit of XP. And a bit of experience for the troops too. And also for the generals. Everyone wins. Gonna go for war economy too. We pushed out from Madrid. So we're just gonna go into the center and push here and try and split their army in half. This is a bug. If you hover over your strength, it says you're not receiving reinforcements. The only explanation I can think why this happens is because their nation is split into 2. So deliveries are going here, even though they should go here. Why? I have no idea. We're going to keep making military factories. Then we're going to resume focuses on industry. All of a sudden, I don't know why, but we've currently got supply back. Once again, this is a bug. I don't know what causes it. If anyone knows, comment below. Now we can go for the boosts on our artillery. Plan now is to split them directly to the middle from north and south. That is perfect. Ideally right now, I could do with a lot more XP. So what I'm going to do is send an attaché to China. They won't accept because low of opinion. The way you fix that is better relations. Once you balance out your production of artillery, you can start upgrading it. In this case, we're going to go for improved artillery. There we go. And now they've changed their mind. This is useful because it adds more war support, which is more defense for the Chinese. And also we gain a bit of XP. And I think they gain a tiny amount of organization too. 2%. Wow. There we go. And now we have split them. Because their capital's in the north, I would recommend pushing southwards. Go. We're breaking them so easily. So much more soft attack. 121 versus 33. I don't know how you managed to get there. Oh well, goodbye. Almost lost our planning bonus, so I'm just going to stop and go again. After you built your infrastructure through national focus, check where the ideal sites are to build new factories. Time for some more artillery and also some anti-air. Next boost is for the next artillery upgrade. And we got them. Gonna get an extra research slot. And we're also gonna go for construction 3. Construction 3 is unique for Turkey. It allows you get more steel here. 12 extra steel, which is a big deal because resources are a big deal for Turkey. You've only got a little bit of steel and this chromium's useless until late game. Get out. I'm going to try and push dead through the center and see if I can go over this flat land in the middle of Spain. The artillery rain in Spain falls mainly on the plains and some on the hills. It's a little bit late in 1938, but I'm still going to go free trade. And with that, we're going to have to import a tiny little bit of steel from the Soviet Union. Oh, this is easy. Easy, easy, easy. Boom. Encirclement. We can go for construction effort now. 2 free civvies. Got 100 land XP. We're going to boost mobile defense. Going to send a few guns, some of the old ones, to China. More artillery. Reconnaissance. The beauty of this strategy is whilst you're in the conflict, you can keep making the division larger and larger and larger, gaining more and more momentum. Gonna go for the industrialists. Right, at this point, we need to build infrastructure. More mills isn't going to help us. We need more resources to power those mills. So infrastructure in Istanbul for the more steel, and more for here for the extra steel that we'll get when we complete this focus soon. They don't seem to be pushing anymore, so what I'm going to do is make a spearhead this way. And hopefully we can cut off these here. Now we can rush for advanced artillery. We can also get some of the basic guns now because we've used all the research bonuses on artillery. There we go. Man, that was like a knife through cheese. Right, now we're going to split them through the middle again. Some lovely plains here. Mountains in the north, but when we get through the plains, they won't be entrenched in the mountains anyway. Go. Got another 100% boost here. Spend the XP. There we go. Cut them up. I think we'll go all the way to 40 width now. We can go for 36 until we run out of XP. Right, construction 3 is done. We can go for the steelworks. We can also go for some extra improved soft attack damage too. The Republic grieves. Death of Mustafa. I read that as Mufasa. F in the chat for Mufasa. Got the ability to go for infantry expert. 10% attack is juicy. And they're gone. Now we're going to train a bunch of new divisions. Loads of new divisions. Another 25. Gonna go for worker conditions. Stability is good. Our brave warriors have returned. 5 divisions. Next up, we're going to work towards armor effort. So let's go for motorized effort first. Just to check up on what we're doing right now, we're pumping out loads of 1 battalion division. So we need guns, working a little bit on AA, lots of artillery, a little bit of support equipment, and a little bit on planes too. Right, we deploy these really scrawny divisions that we're never going to use anyway. And now, because we have an overall larger army size with divisions, we have the ability to now send 7 divisions to China. Like these boys, convert them over. We're going to add an extra battalion of artillery, extra 2 battalions of infantry. And these guys are now maxed. And we'll exercise these 3 in the back to get them ready for the next expedition. So we're going to go for reconnaissance 2 too. Amount of people trading with us, 0. Nobody likes Turkey. There we go. We're ready now. 7 divisions. Go. Got the boosts for electronics too, so we can rush all these 4. More guns, you say? Why not? We can also kill some of these divisions too to get some guns back. There you go. That's balanced that problem out. There we are. We have arrived. Now, where do we go? Do we try and push them in the center on the lowlands? That seems like a good idea to try and split them in half. All right, planes are in position. Our troops are here. Staff office plan, get the planning bonus. All right, let's go. We are breaking them. It's just a little bit slower than it once was before. Gonna go for the doctrine boost. Okay, I think the right place to push here is this little pocket that we've got here to try and separate the 2 front lines, because every time we can encircle Japanese divisions, that's actually going to be a big win for us. And go for the offensive infantry expert too. Gonna lend some more guns to them right now. They're really struggling. They've managed to rejoin the forces in the south now, and I can't push through mountains, so it's going to be a waste of time. So I'm going to go back to the plains and make an actual real difference here. Can we break the Japanese line in the plains? Let's see. It does look like we can. We should always try and break them in areas where we can combat them and take advantage of all our soft attack. For the most part, the defender has the advantage. So if we can attack in areas which have our own advantages, in this case, all this juicy soft attack, and we'll be able to inflict the most damage possible. Here we go, working on the new fighter, working on artillery, doctrines, electronics. Going to import just a tiny amount of steel just so we can keep up with the artillery production. Go for a boost on our doctrines. Okay, time to go for extensive conscription. All right, we made a lovely push in the center here. We should just stop, build our planning bonus, get more organization back up, and then push all the way to the coastline, hopefully. In Hearts of Iron 4, it's always a balance between how many military factories you've got and how much you can effectively produce with the materials you've got. We don't have a lot of materials. At this point, we've currently got 15 military factories. We've kind of reached the tipping point. We're having to import a lot of steel to maintain our production. At this point, more military factories doesn't help us. We could probably produce a tiny little bit more, but then the result is we're going to end up straining our economy by having to import more steel from the Russians. In this case, civilian factories is the way forward. Time for another push. Need to narrow the front line. We've not got enough divisions to hold this much, so that'll be more ideal. The more we stretch our front line, the more likely we're going to get encircled. But we're very close. 2 tiles away. It looks like they've lost their momentum. They're not pushing anymore. So what I'll do is I will narrow the front line to here and blitz it. Whoa, people are trading with us, and they're taking our steel. Siam, Oman, Nepal, and Estonia. Go. This is it. The final push. Can we split them in half? I believe in miracles. But that is where we're going now. I'm pretty confident we can push them back here. What's this? Our first encirclement versus the Japanese. Oh boy. That's beautiful. And look at this. Look how desperate they get. They're like, no, we're not losing that 1 division. Supply here is pretty trash. We need to push out of this bottleneck. So again, this is getting a bit dire. I need to be very careful to not get encircled myself. Meanwhile, on this side of the focus tree, we've got the option for political power. Useless. Useless. Political power and stability. Political power and division recovery. War support. And technology. This is the reason why I'm not going down this side of the focus tree, because I don't need political power right now. I don't like how narrow these front lines are getting again. As we push south, the Japanese are pushing with us directly behind us. So I think I'm just going to turn around for a little while and just push back into them. Let's try some slightly different tactics. Half of the divisions here, half of the divisions here. Go. If it's not planes, we're not breaking through it. Oh, that's depressing. They've got 1,000 defense. Oh, but then again, we broke that one. Can we do it on the other side? Whoa, I think we've done it, boys. Have we done it? Is this it? Oh, nice. 3 divisions. Not exactly groundbreaking, but it's better than nothing. Deployed enough divisions now, I can send an additional 3. Let's see if we can get some divisions off guard. The good news is we've held back the Japanese, and it looks like they're not losing any more land now. Damn, I didn't think we'd be able to get this far. We've broken the river, and that's a big river too, so usually it's really difficult to break through. You know what? Let's do it. Let's push across here and see if we can split them in half. Is this going to be enough firepower? I don't think it will. We've made a dent in them, but we can't get all the way to the coast. I'm really trying, though. Oh, is this going to be it, though? Is this going to be it? Once you've broken them, their org is low. And their entrenchment's broken, so if you just keep pushing on your gains, that's usually a really smart thing to do. Oh my goodness, we did it. Now we need to start producing motorized. Just one factory will be enough. We'll do this so we can get enough support equipment for logistics. Otherwise we have these problems. As long as we have roughly around 15 cities that we can currently build anything on, that'll be enough to keep the economy rolling. Pushing into these mountains is just not going to work, so I'm going to have to turn around and push towards the flatter land. Making some progress. Right, Japan now is at war with the Allies. So hopefully this might distract them and cause them to put less resources into China. Alright boys, let's go. All the way to the coast on the other side. On the last push, this is the maximum extent that we could push to. At this point, breaking these divisions is really tough. I think a lot of them have high experience. Yeah, their entrenchment's awesome as well. So, we ain't breaking that. So, what do? We turn around and start bashing against the other line, I guess. Over and over and over again until we eventually break through. We are making gains. It's kind of slow, but kind of working. So here's me minding my own business, fighting the Japanese back and forth, over and over again. I'm thinking, damn, these Japanese are so strong. I've never fought a Japanese as strong as this. I'm impressed with the AI. And then I zoom back and I'm like, oh dear. Well, it explains why they're so strong in China, because there are no troops here. Seeing as I've got nothing to go for anymore, let's go for political effort. Now this is the first decent encirclement I've had in a while. Maybe they're retreating to go back to mainland Japan, but that was a hefty 20 divisions. I guess I must be other, because I'm not in that list. Let's see if we can do our final push here as well. Get out, get out, get out. The American occupation of the mainlands is definitely having an impact on their fight in China, because they've lost all the momentum and a lot of the divisions are disappearing. I'd imagine they're turning this island into a massive stronghold in the west. Right, we've done all our doctrines now. Shock and awe is almost done, so we don't need an attaché because that only gives us extra XP. And right now we have, we've already maxed out anywho. Counterattack? Why not? And that is an unusual end to the conflict in China. Japan now, with its huge navy, is a puppet of the United States. Greedy China has also taken Korea. Nice. And our boys are back. Let's give them a new icon. Victors of China. That is beautiful. Make it even more beautiful. A single heavy tank. At this point, I'm running out of things to research, so I would recommend going for excavation just to get that a little bit of extra steel. Seeing as we've got so much political power, let us play General Roulette. No, no. No, no. Oh, he's okay. No, 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 no. We have rolled one god. Guman. He is going to be our new leader, and we will promote our old general to field marshal position. Logistics wizard. Offensive doctrine. And a thorough planner. And now we need to wait for our heavy tanks to be done. And our infantry equipment. It is time for the final battle. Here we go. Here they are. The boys. I don't think this symbol is appropriate anymore. Now we need this. Oh, there we go. Let us push back the Romanians. I'm so eager to find out how well they're going to perform. Here we go. They can't pierce them. 1,000 soft attack. 250 breakthrough? Yeah, it's okay. They're having trouble with supply. Interesting. Let's slap on a reliable engine onto you. This will just reduce the amount of losses through attrition, which at the moment is 0. Opportunity here. If we could push into Rostov, we can encircle this. So what I'm going to do is grab 2 divisions, pop them here, just to prevent them capturing this port. Oh, actually, no, I need these 4 now I think about it. And then everyone else push into here. And for some reason, it won't let me draw a front line. Don't know why. I think it might be because I'm a volunteer and I'm pushing into a nation that isn't the primary war leader. We don't plan on sending any more volunteers, so we'll cancel all this reserve army. And all the guns can all go to the Russians. The bottleneck I'm finding here where I'm not actually having any impact on the war effort. Sure, I might be holding them back and pushing them back in select points, is the lack of air. And without air cover, I just don't seem to be doing that much damage. With the full air superiority, they're reducing my breakthrough, which is my offensive capabilities for the most part. So we're stuck into like a defensive posture. That's all we can do. Made a few adjustments. I've added an extra heavy tank, which gives extra breakthrough, and we'll lose a little bit of defense, which makes me think, you know, if I'm playing defensively, do I really want to get less defense and more breakthrough? So I decided to move here, and I saw all the lovely planes here. I was like, oh, planes, awesome. This is going to be easy to land in, right? I did. I managed to get an encirclement here. Ooh, there's like 8 divisions here. That's a beautiful encirclement. It looks like, to me, the way I'm going to win this is just by making these easy encirclements in the plains. And I was just looking here and seeing these beautiful plains here. I was like, Okay, never taught this before. This is a new one. We're going to talk about control groups. What are control groups, Dave? So control groups, I can press 1, I get these 4. 2, I press these, and 3. So number pad 1, 2, and 3 on your keyboard. So you select the divisions you want. You press Control and then 1. It's also a shortcut key that you can see on the screen. Oh, it actually says shortcut was saved. Nice. Now if you press 1, like these ones 2, these ones 3, 1, 2, 3, and it selects them. And if you double tap them, it moves towards them as well. So you can do really cool stuff like, in this case, it's going to go 1, hold shift, left click, press 2, hold shift, left click, and then 3 of these guys go in the center. Then we can make an organized push. The reason why I'm doing it this method is I usually would use planning bonus, but at the moment I can't build planning bonus because I can't draw front lines. So we've got heavy tank 3 right now. We're making a few of those. Max reliability as well to reduce attrition losses. And also we're working on their modern tank as well. This seems to be working exceptionally well. Need to leave divisions behind though, otherwise I'm going to get encircled. By golly, I think he's got it. Opportunity for encirclements is rising. Kind of cool because this 2 extra tank divisions are holding and these 2 are kind of making the split. So what do we got here? We got 3 divisions. Here we got 5 divisions. And here we have another 2. So at least 100,000 manpower at least. So this is something potentially I could do to slow them down. Encircled. 3 divisions in the front, 7 in reserve. About 80,000 manpower. Nice. Can't really push here anymore because the train's working against me. So what I'm gonna do is select everyone, stop. I'm gonna railroad you to here, and then I'm gonna try and make a push from this side downwards. Go here, and then here. One of the beautiful things about Turkey is I don't have to worry about chromium. That's one thing I'd have to worry about. I can pump out as many heavy tanks as I like and not have to worry about importing chromium. This would be a little bit easy if I had planning bonus. I could generate an additional 54% extra attack damage, which would be massive. But I can't because of the remaining issues. Looking good. And there we go. Beautiful. Oh, look at this guy. Oh, look at this guy. 7 attack. This is what happens when you get a brilliant strategist. You're more likely to roll points into attack and planning. This is a decent sized pocket. You know, one thing that does surprise me is like the amount of pockets that Germany made when pushing into the Soviet Union. But yet the Soviets still managed to recoup their losses and eventually beat up the Germans, you know? It's pretty insane if you think about it. Get out of the way. Overrun. Get out of there. I could do this again now if I wanted to. Just a heads up, this would never be possible if I didn't have logistics as well as my field marshal with logistics wizard. These divisions are 40 width with heavy tanks and artillery battalions, which is usually very high on supply. Okay, I'm going to take advantage of the plains again. All right, let's go. Here, 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 here. Damn, that was just so easy. Heavy tanks perform so well on plains. Just the same, they suck everywhere else. All right, turn around and push back. Push, push, push. This is devastating for Germany. Less divisions on the front line, meaning that everything's a lot thinner. And the ability to organize offenses are a lot more, less likely. I could take a risk and try and go into forests, but losing 20% of my attack is just painful. And the rivers, I'm gonna lose like 70% of my attack power over a river. Add a little bit extra soft attack onto my tanks. Again, again, and again, and again. Got him. How many divisions we got this time? All right, I've got a plan. This may not work, but I'm going to give it a shot. We're going to try and cut them off from Crimea. Hey! Do an encirclement here if I move some troops over. Nice. By golly, he's done it. Well, I wasn't optimistic, but we actually did it. We've split them off. They could escape here out of this port. 342,000 casualties by other. We have 300 heavy tanks, almost 400 heavy tanks in reserve. So at this point, I like to start working on moderns. All right, North boys, push here and here. South boys, go here and here and here. We're unable to push here because the supply is completely trashed. Heavy tanks through mountains, easy. Another 10 divisions, eaten. Completely repelled them from the Caucasus. What I could do right now is try and do a maneuver in the center. Hey, there's an opportunity here. I'll take it. 2 things to look out for. Look at the time of year. January, December, February-ish. This is winter time, so everything will have snow. As you can see, the penalty to attack is 30% due to snow. And also be aware, after that, you also have issues with mud, which is also a hefty penalty, particularly for your heavy tanks. Hey, what do we have here? Another 3 divisions? And then again here. You get the idea. Nice. Slightly more difficult maneuver, that one. I had to push through snow and through forest. Just managed to crack it. Just. The winter's ended, so we don't have to deal with snow, but now we have mud, which is worse. Nice. Alright, we're going to try the most ballsy maneuver yet. Alright, the maneuver is in 2 phases, okay? Phase 1 is to push to break through to gain some ground. So, South Army goes along the river, and the North Army just goes just slightly above them. Engineers are also quite useful for breaking over rivers too. When you first add them on, you get extra river speed bonus, and then when you get the higher tier of engineer, you get an attack bonus of 10%, which is also pretty sweet too. Immediately we start pushing over the river because they broke their entrenchment, and then you're going to push down from here. Getting over the river is the hard point. So if we break through the north and push southwards, we're gonna have to deal with the entrenchment, and we can get them while they're on the retreat with the low organization anyway. And it looks like the muddy season is almost over too. So look at all these plains I can push over. The dream right now is to push southwards and to encircle Rostov. There we go. We've got over the river on one side, then we'll use the other guys to help push to the other side. And then that is the attack path. Boom. Okay, they seem to be moving right now, and I'm nervous they're escaping through the port in Rostov, so I just want to stop them from doing that. And we got them. Here, 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 here. Whoa, I forgot about my armor expert. What was I thinking? This is the perfect time to attack. It is June on the Eastern Front. No mud, no snow. Just beautiful plains, and we are going to encircle the troops in Crimea. That is the plan. The initial push is going to push through the north and capture the river line there. We're going to wait for those guys to make their first initial push, which should be pretty easy with the plains. And then the second force will push through once the northern front's broken. Keep going. Keep going. Now the initial break has broken through. I can start pushing through the south too. This will just help reinforce the front line. This is a very risky maneuver. I've had to narrow down the front line here because I'm nervous I'm going to get encircled. There we go. Managed to get a smaller encirclement in the south. It's not exactly the initial objective, but it'll do for now. Alright, that's it. Main resistance here has ended, so we can push into Crimea and fully liberate it. Got him. Oh my god, look at all these Hungarian divisions. They're about to get encircled. Rip, 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 rip. Got him. And that is probably the biggest encirclement to date. That's 150,000 manpower. Eaten. It's time to go heavy on the breakthrough. Get rid of those artillery battalions. We lose only 6 soft attack, but we gain a hefty 168 breakthrough. Holy moly. Let's try out our new tanks then. Here, 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 and here. And these boys are gonna go here, here, and here, and here. Ooh, it uses way more fuel. Okay, need fuel. In fact, considerably more fuel. Welcome to the circle of pain. Get out of here. The breakthrough on these tanks is so high that on planes nothing can contest them. And that's another one. like a knife through butter. And another one. Oh my goodness, look at all these divisions. Like 30 divisions. I think we've reached Germany breaking point. Manpower's pretty low. Lots of divisions seem to be landing into France. Eastern Front hasn't really changed that much. They've been encroaching in the north, but I've been kind of trying to jam them back in the center and the south. You're mine. That is beautiful. More modern tanks. I've always wondered if I'd gone for field hospitals, how much XP I would have on these tanks, because they're not doing too bad as it is.
One eternity later.
I realized this wasn't going anywhere, so I walked away from my computer, and I came back to this. How did this happen? I really don't know, but this nightmare is finally over. And we have finally had peace in our time thanks to the brave Turkish volunteers. We lost 2 of them. RIP. Wait, no, tell a lie. I don't know how it's happened, but China's declared war on all the allies. Oh, well, there we go. Well, we tried anyway. Peace is not always possible. War never changes. If you enjoyed this video with the little gimmick of not declaring war, you might like this video where I spend 12 hours encircling German divisions over and over again. Oh, it's a fun one. If you enjoyed this video, why not give it a like? If you love this video, why not subscribe? And if you really wanna do something special, why don't you ring that bell? Ding, ding, ding. Now guys, hope you have an awesome day, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.